Good morning, everyone. We are live from the Prince of Wales School in Dorchester. It's Monday, the 16th of November, 2020, and it's great to be here at the start of our anti-bullying week. You wash your whole hands front, your whole hands back, this thumb, that thumb, and squidge them all about. You circle with your fingers and don't forget your wrists. That's what it's all about.
The odd socks.
Now rinse them both with water. Now rinse them both with water. Now dry them with a towel. Well done, clean hands, clap, clap,
Who's
clap.
in the odd socks? So when we say the words, who's in the odd socks, we want you to shout at the tops of your lungs, we are! Throw your fist up in the air as well. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Are you feeling low cause you've had enough? Have you lost your way cause life's a bit tough? Having no fun, run out of luck. Feel like you're always getting stuck in the mud when you're down in the dumps and you don't know what to do. You feel like a monkey in a cage in a zoo. If no one understands a word you say, then come and join the odd socks too. Hey! Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. It sounds very and it don't seem fair. You did your very best, but we've all been there. Don't you worry if it's around. You can turn it upside down. You're lost in the world and you can't find your way. You feel all alone and you don't want to stay. Sit with us and join the crew. Then you'll be an odd sock too. Send the odd socks, we are, we are. Send the odd socks, we are. Send the odd socks, we are, we are. Send the odd socks, we are. Send the odd socks, we are, we are. Send the odd socks, we are. Send the odd socks, send the odd socks, send the odd socks, we are. If you wave your arms in the air and sing like a kid with your flame, jump around, shake your hair out, joke around, it's like Tony and odd socks. Put your body go and free, dance like a daddy, ready, jump and giggle, you can't get it wrong. If you wanna be an odd sock, sing this song. Sing the odd socks, we are, we are. Sing the odd socks, we are. Sing the odd socks, we are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Who's in the odd socks? In the odd socks. Who's in the odd socks? We are. It doesn't matter what planet you're from, who you are, where you're at, or where you're from. If you think like an odd sock, then you can be an odd sock. If you feel like an odd sock, then you can become an odd sock. So if you want to be an odd sock, all you gotta do is sing, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are. Who's in the odd socks? We are, we are. Who's in the odd socks? We are.
Oh, I've been told no one can hear me. That's because I muted my microphone. Sorry about that, guys. Right, we are back and you can hopefully hear me now. What I was saying is it's Odd Sock Day today. So lots of people are wearing all sorts of different socks across school. I've seen Christmas socks. I've seen spotty socks. I've seen stripy socks. I've even seen some Star Wars socks around, which is fantastic. But the question I have for you this morning is, what is Odd Sock Day? Why are we all wearing odd socks? Why has Mr Spracklen been playing the Odd Sock song this morning? Can you turn to the person next to you? Hopefully you've got a talk partner there, or maybe just someone that's around you. Can you maybe answer that question? What is Odd Sock Day, and why are we doing it here at the Prince of Wales School? I'm going to give you a few seconds to work that one out, okay? Hopefully we've got some answers there of why we're doing that. Well, the truth is, Odd Sock Day is not something that we're just doing at the Prince of Wales School. In fact, children in lots of schools all around the country are doing it. And that's because it's designed to be lots of fun. And it's an opportunity to encourage us and to express ourselves and celebrate our individuality. Can you turn to the person next to you in a posh voice and say, individuality? We're expressing our individuality. And that's all about what makes us all unique. Over the last few weeks in school, we've been celebrating differences, haven't we, as part of our SEAL work and as part of our PHSE work. And you'll remember only last week or the week before we spoke to Mr. Easterbrook, and we were celebrating the things that are the same and the things that are different with Mr. Easterbrook. And we also hooked into Sesame Street as well, didn't we, and celebrated differences through that platform as well. So Odd Sock Day is an opportunity for us to celebrate all that is different and to come together to think about the importance of anti-bullying. And this week, it's our anti-bullying week at the Prince of Wales School. And in our assembly today, we're going to think a little bit about that word and what it might mean for us, and think about some of the decisions and choices we might make. So I'm going to put my slides nice and big on the screen. Hopefully everyone can hear me nice and clear. Yes, Year 4, we are thinking about anti-bullying. Thank you very much. That's right indeed. And bullying is when someone is deliberately trying to make somebody feel bad using actions or words, and they do it again and again and again. And we use a word called persistent, which means doing something again and again. And it's not a nice action because we're making someone feel bad. And it isn't just about actions and it isn't just about words. It could be actions or words that we decide to use. Now, sometimes bullying looks like this picture, where somebody is being mean to someone else and other people are watching. Can you see this picture nice and clear here? You've got the person in the middle here who's being bullied next to lockers. And then you've got people that are watching it around. And only one of those people there is labelled the bully, the person in red in the centre there. But sometimes people can be mean to someone else and other people can be watching. Do you think you would watch if you saw someone being bullied? Or do you think you'd say something if you saw bullying happen? Can you talk to your person next to you? I'm going to give you a minute on this timer to discuss those questions. Do you think you would watch, or do you think you'd say something if you saw bullying happen? Tell the person around you, have a talk in your class about those questions. You've got another 45 seconds. Hopefully you've had some great answers to those questions. More often, bullying looks a bit like this, where people are being mean behind someone's back. talking about them, leaving them out, or writing mean things about them online, on the internet. It can be hard not to join in with this type of bullying. Everyone wants to feel that they belong to a group, even if they are being mean. Now, have you ever seen anything like this bullying? And how did it make you feel? Let's go back to that slide before, because it's not just about being online. Have you ever seen someone talking about someone else, or maybe leaving someone else out of a group, or maybe writing mean things about them? Have a chat in your bubble, have a chat in your group about that question. If you haven't seen it, maybe you could think about how it might feel if you saw it. Would it be a nice thing to see, or would it be a bad thing to see? What might you do about it if you saw that happening? And how can you make the right choices?
Hello, could someone from the office come to the please?
How would it make you feel? Tell the person next to you. Let's move on. Now, you might think that being famous means your life is perfect, but even some famous people have been bullied. Let's find out about some of these celebrities and why they were targeted by bullies. This is Lonnie Chavez. He's 12 years old and he's an actor in Hollywood. He says people are often mean to me online about the gap between my teeth. They say I should get it fixed, but I like it. It's part of me. What do you think Lonnie should say to people who are mean to him online? Have a chat to the people around you. What do you think he should say to people who are mean to him online? I'd love to know your thoughts on this one if you want to type it into the comment box. Just 30 more seconds to discuss with your partner. Great, hopefully you've got lots of ideas. We're going to move on. Nadia Hussein is a champion cake baker, or cake maker. She won the Great British Bake Off, which is one of Mr Spracklen's favourite programmes. And she even made the Queen's 90th birthday cake. How cool is that? Making a birthday cake for the Queen on her 90th birthday. She says, I think people in our country are mostly kind, but some people are rude to me in the street and online because I wear a hijab. And the hijab is the scarf that Nadia is wearing around her head. It's her headscarf. What would you say if you heard someone being rude about Nadia's hijab? Would you tell an adult? Have a discussion with that with your partner. What would you do if you heard someone being rude? Would you tell an adult? What would you do? What's the right thing to do? Tell the person next to you. What would you do if it was in school? What would you do if it was at home? What would you do if you heard it on the street? I'm sure we've got some great ideas out there. Well done for your talking your talk partners. Now, does anyone know who this is? This is Kate Middleton. She is the future Queen of the UK. She says, when I was at school, people were mean to me. I had books knocked out of my hand and I was pushed out of the lunch queue. Also, people said mean things to me about my looks and being too pretty. Do you think Kate should have spoken to an adult at school about what happened? What might they do? Which adults could you speak to? Have a talk with your partner about that question, about Kate Middleton. Do you think Kate should have spoken to an adult at school about what happened? What might they do? And which adults could you speak to? Who are your trusted adults? I'd love to know what you would do. Hopefully you've got some good ideas in your class there. If anyone has ever been mean to you, you're not alone. It gets better, especially if we ask for help and speak up when we see bullying happen. These are quotes from some more famous people. People were mean to me about being too tall, but now I'm a famous film star and people pay to watch me. People were mean to me about being clever, but I ended up playing for England 36 times. People were mean to me about the colour of my skin, but now I am a hugely famous singer. And people were horrible to me for being loud and theatrical, but I made that my career, and people love that about me. I wonder if anyone can recognise any of those famous faces, anyone you might know from the TV or from movies or from anywhere else maybe, or from music. There's a couple of faces I recognise there for sure. I'm going to leave you with these questions today. I'm going to leave them up on the screen and you might want to have a chat with them, with the person next to you or with the adults in your room. What can we learn from this assembly today? Is it a good idea to keep things bottled up and not say anything? Do people who bully need help? Could speaking to an adult help them get better? And can you still have a happy life even if you've experienced bullying? Have a chat with the people in your room today about that, and we'll see you again tomorrow for our next assembly. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.